Here's how to put pegs on your BMX bike. First, you'll need to go to the rear and figure out what size it is. Mine's a 3/4, and maybe most others might be. So you're gonna take that off. On your ratchet, you're gonna need the extender tool so that you can get in the pegs when it's time to get in the pegs. Now you're gonna loosen it, but if you're having trouble loosening it first, go to here and then push down. So that helps with me. Now just take the bolt off by hand. Take out your spacer. Take your peg, bolt, put it in here. Now take your ratchet, flip it to the tightening setting, and you're just gonna start tightening. Now you're just gonna tighten it to the most. We got it tight on there. Get your other peg and repeat the process on the other side. Remember, you don't wanna have your spacer on and your peg because your peg becomes the spacer. Now you move to the front and you're gonna take off the bolts, you're gonna take off the spacer, put on your peg, but make sure you have the peg adapter because it's normally smaller axle in the front. Pretty much the same as the rear. Loosen it, and then just take it off with your hands. Then you're gonna take your spacer out, take your peg before you put the peg in. You're gonna put in your adapter because normally it's a smaller axle. Make sure the peg's on the adapter. Put it in your ratchet and then tighten it. Make sure you tighten it all the way and then do the same thing on the other side. Now once you have your pegs on, you wanna make sure you have 4 spacers because you never want pegs and spacers because the pegs become the spacers. Now most of the time after putting pegs on, the chain becomes really, really slack like this. You don't want that because it hits your chain stay. So here's how you're gonna fix that. First thing you're gonna do, you're gonna loosen your seat and you're gonna move it up. Now you're gonna loosen both bolts on both of these sides, not too loose, but not too tight. You wanna be able to move the wheel back on this spot right here so your chain isn't slack. Once you've got it loose, you're gonna go right here and you're gonna push on the tire to push it back. Make sure your chain is tight when you do this, but I'm gonna need a second person to help me with this. Now make sure you clean up because you don't wanna mess. That's how you put pegs on your BMX bike, but make sure you move your seat back down and then you're good.